men dominated the Western visual art world. Indian modern art, however, distinguishes itself because it has, right from its inception, a woman artist, a brilliant woman artist who becomes the mother of Indian modern art, Amrita Sher Gil. Amrita Sher Gil dies at a very young age of 28, yet is remembered as the mother of modern Indian painting. Her father, Singh Sher Gil, belonged to the landed gentry of Punjab. Most of these people were British loyalists. Singh, however, was a nationalist and was engaged in scholarly pursuits and photography. So he spent an aristocratic lifestyle playing cricket, playing chess, and involving himself in photography. Amrita's mother, Marie Antoinette, was a Jewish opera singer from Hungary belonging to a very affluent background. How Umrao Singh met Marie Antoinette is a very, very interesting story. This story has a connection with the Lion of Punjab, Maharaja Ranjit Singh. When Ranjit Singh kingdom was annexed by the British, his son was kidnapped and taken to England. His name was Dulip Singh, and Dulip Singh spent all his life in England. He had a daughter called Princess Bamba. Now, Princess Bamba was friendly with Marie Antoinette, who was from Hungary, the opera singer. And when Princess Bamba came for a royal visit to India, Marie Antoinette accompanied her. There was a party in Lahore, and Singh Sher Gil meets Marie Antoinette at this party in Lahore in 1912. They get married, and then the couple moves to Budapest in Hungary. Amrita is born in 1913, and a year later her sister Indira is born. The two girls have a very affluent childhood, a happy childhood. We have a lot of photographic documentation of their childhood because Umrao Singh was a photographer, and actually he was the first modern photographer of India. Amrita learns Hungarian, learns English, is very fond of fairy tales, and she has done many illustrations of Hungarian fairy tales, and she has also attempted to write her own fairy tales. In 1921, the family moves to Shimla. They buy a house and call it Home. And this is in the summer hills. The two girls, Amrita and Indira, are having private tutors. They have tutors for music, for painting. So they become very proficient in piano and violin and even start giving concerts at the Gaiety Theatre in Shimla. Amrita joins the convent in Shimla, but just at the age of 11, she is expelled from the convent because she declares that she is an atheist. I can imagine the Mother Superior, the nun, asking Amrita to go away because she says, "I'm an atheist." Amrita has done many paintings during this time in Shimla. She has made drawings of her family, the servants, friends, and these drawings are of such great quality that they already foretell the great artist that she is going to become. Just as a teenager, she is able to convert the form of a human body just into a mass with absolute confident lines. Her drawings are only comparable, in my opinion, to drawings of young Picasso or young Francis Newton Sousa. During this time, there is an Italian sculptor who visits Shimla. He is supposed to be a mother's lover. Promiscuity seems to be part of the family. The Italian sculptor takes her mother to Italy, and Amrita goes along. And I think this is a great opportunity she gets to see the works of Italian masters. She spends quite some time in Firenze. There is a work which is called The Child Bride. This is very important because it also is accompanied by a little note in her diary. The note says, The other day, we went to an Indian wedding. The bride was 12 years old and the bridegroom was over 50 and had 3 wives already. Poor little bride. She did look forlorn as she sat in a lonely corner where around the groom sat all the Indian ladies clad in gorgeous robes and gold, silver, diamonds, rubies, pearls and emeralds. Even your eyes got sore with the sparkle. In 1926, her maternal uncle, Erwin Bakte, visits Shimla. Erwin is an accomplished Indologist, an author and also a painter. He recognizes the immense talent that Amrita has in painting and encourages her to pursue art. Amrita is now 16, no longer a child. And during this time, she does a drawing which is called a Tinderbox. This drawing, I would say, is a signal of her adventures, sexual adventures which are about to begin. Tinderbox is a box of flint which is used to ignite fire. Amrita is perhaps suggesting that the posture in which the girl is lying on the bed is about to ignite fire in the man who is reclining over her. Amrita has also painted a very beautiful portrait of herself during this time. This is perhaps one of the last paintings she did during her stay in Shimla. In 1929, her mother takes both the girls to Paris. Amrita first enrolls herself in Académie des Grandes Chaumières, and then she moves on to École des Beaux-Arts to study art. Within just 4 years, Amrita establishes herself as an artistic force to reckon with in Paris, which is the Mecca of modern art at that time. Her works show influence of European painters, yet there is a distinct Amrita Sher Gil style emerging. The use of red for garments and for lips is suggestive of passion and sensuality, and this is a recurring element in all her works during her artistic career. At the age of just 19, Amrita Sher Gil wins the top prize of Grand Salon, is invited to be the member, and she's the youngest member of the Grand Salon, which is a very, very prestigious thing for any artist to become. The work Young Girls shows her own sister, who is formally clad, and then there is another topless model next to the sister. Amrita is not just painting canvases during this time, she is also painting Paris pink. She leads a very wild life in Paris, with multiple lovers, partying, and basically moving in very elite circles. The mother is worried. Mother, like any other mother, feels, is she going to find a good husband? And so she conspires to get her engaged with an aristocrat called Yusuf Ali Khan. But this engagement does not last long. They separate very soon. In the meanwhile, there is Mary Louise. She's a student and she is sharing the room with Amrita Sher Gil. And there are rumors about their lesbian relationships. The rumors reach her mother, and mother sort of reprimands her in a letter, to which Amrita has a very interesting reply to give.
My dear Mummy, do you know that I am of age now? So please respect me, my dear, clever and understanding mother.
She denies her lesbian relationship with Marie-Louise, but then tells her mother that in future, if an opportunity arises, she is absolutely open to have a relationship with a woman. An opportunity does come, and she has a relationship with a very well-known Hungarian pianist called Edith Lang. In a letter, Amrita tells her mother,
Mother, sexuality cannot be channelized through art or spiritualism. Such superstition is only invented for the brainless.
Amrita wants to experience her sexuality without any inhibitions. Amrita paints a number of nudes during this time, some of herself, her sister Indira, and one of her cousin Viola.
My mother was also sometimes model of her. It's a little strange for a son to see his mother in such situation, but anyhow, this is art.